Pre-order the Clownfish TV comic book right now on Indiegogo. Go to clownfishtvcomic.com. That's clownfishtvcomic.com. This is a fun collection of all new comic strips based on dumb stuff we've said on the show. Again, that's clownfishtvcomic.com. You're gonna have to hurry. We're only taking pre-orders for a limited time. Now we're gonna get back into the show. Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And we're gonna give you some Hogwarts Legacy news. Draco Malfoy himself, Tom Felton, is apparently going to be involved in like a live stream or something of Hogwarts Legacy.
How dare he?
How dare he? Now this is really interesting because we joked before that all of Slytherin has come out to support J.K. Rowling, it seems like. But yeah, Tom Felton, who kind of shows support. Now the media tried to twist this. He basically said, hey, he's kind of neutral on it and he's always thankful to her for the opportunities he's been given.
But if you don't completely denounce and say that they're a terrible person, you're in agreement.
Yeah, unlike Emma Watson, unlike Daniel Radcliffe, he has not thrown her under the bus. And apparently he's trying to get back into Potterdom. Maybe they'll cast him as Snape or something in the HBO series. But yeah, he's going to be in this live stream event. And the weird thing is there's not a lot of screeching about it on Twitter. I expected Twitter to be screeching, and I think everybody has basically resigned themselves to the fact that they've lost.
I think so.
They've lost. Rowling is more popular now than she's been in years, in a decade. And a lot of it has to do with the backlash, which has actually stirred up support for her.
Which led to a bunch of new projects.
Which led to a bunch of new projects. And, Hogwarts Legacy, I did a video on this yesterday. 15 million copies sold, and the PS4 and Xbox One version just dropped. Switch version has not come out yet, but over $1 billion in revenue, more than she made on Fantastic Beasts. She's getting richer and richer, and I think we're going to see more of this. I think we're going to see more Harry Potter actors that are not the trio come out and be like, yeah, we'll take a piece of that.
I was just going to say her hair looks like mine, but that's another story.
It does actually.
It's kind of similar.
Yeah, so
anyway.
Let's talk about this. Before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. You'll get a woohoo.
Woohoo!
And Geeky, who is a natural redhead, kind of like that, she'll give you a woohoo. And see, she's saying,
why does that matter? But okay.
It does matter.
because redhead woohoos are so much better.
There are so many fake gingers on the internet now.
That's
you have to know you're dealing with a real ginger.
That's right. There's only one person besides me that knows that for sure. But anyway, we'll talk about this.
Who's that? Henry. It's Henry. Anyway, so this, let's see, you got this from originally comicbook.com.
Right.
And it actually came from PC Games End. So we'll go out here and talk about that. They put a tweet out. Harry Potter star teases cryptic Hogwarts Legacy announcement. Harry Potter's Draco Malfoy, actor Tom Felton, who I've heard, everybody who has met him said he's an incredibly nice guy. For being a Slytherin, they say he's actually one of the nicest Harry Potter actors. And he actually, I think, went out for the role of Harry Potter originally, and then he wound up getting cast as Malfoy.
People do know that the actor himself might not, if you took the test, might not be in Slytherin, right?
Yeah, I know, right?
Because the actor isn't actually the character. I mean, people understand that, right?
So he has teased something to do with the RPG game Hogwarts Legacy, with a live stream taking place involving him soon. And another thing I've noticed is that the games media is not screeching as loud as they used to.
It didn't work for them.
It didn't work. And I said, yesterday that this was basically the hill they chose to die on, was the Harry Potter hill, right? And a lot of the outlets that were constantly like, well, you could pick up that game, but it makes you a bigot. They're not even covering it anymore. If they do, they're just like, yeah, it sold a couple million more copies. Yay, JK. But by the way, here's how you give to the Trevor Project, because we have to do it so Twitter doesn't cancel us. Some sort of Hogwarts Legacy collaboration is on the way with the Draco Malfoy actor. I don't think it's actually Draco Malfoy.
No, because this would have been years before.
Right. This is like 100 years before the Harry Potter movies. They said there's an upcoming YouTube video for the RPG game. The cryptic tease still doesn't reveal what's planned for Hogwarts Legacy with Felton's involvement. It'll definitely send the rumor mill into overdrive. Not really. Some people are kind of like, yeah, okay, whatever. Well, I wouldn't be surprised to hear about some sort of Hogwarts Legacy mod that adds Malfoy to the game.
Not that they're doing any mods. They're not doing any DLCs and stuff.
They said that somebody probably modded it. Yeah, apparently they're not doing DLC. legacy. Felton's involvement is as close to the real thing as we get. So while Felton isn't part of the Hogwarts legacy cast with this official announcement, that might change.
I'm thinking more it's going to be
like
live stream. Like people think he's just going to play through this character's arc or something.
Oh my God, at the very bottom. Oh my God, you never fail to disappoint video gaming. It's like the creator of the Harry Potter series, J.K. Rowling, has made a number of transphobic remarks on social media in recent years, while WB Games said Rowling.
They don't specify which. We're just going to say that number of, because don't cancel us. But here's the news.
Yeah,
I mean, from now on, okay, every time you hear any news ever reported, you need a disclaimer that some of the views on this news station might not reflect your views, and what is considered the reality for some might not be your reality. So we have to acknowledge that for every news report we give.
Yeah.
Your truth might not be the real or the truth. So we might need to clarify that for every news report ever.
So yeah, there's it's interesting though, because there's not a lot of people really talking about this. They said that they think what's going on is Felton's going to play through Sebastian's quest and Hogwarts Legacy.
That's what I'm thinking. It sounds like to me as well.
But the ranting is not as loud as it was. He's just doing a live stream while playing the game. Nice. So
why aren't they canceling him for this? Oh my God. This is so stupid.
I think they realized that it didn't work. But yeah, they came after him pretty hard, I remember. And also,
or they aren't aware of it yet. Because recent announcement said that the Screamers haven't heard it. God, the Dementors haven't descended upon it yet.
The Dementors haven't descended. They tried to cancel him last year when he came out in quasi support of J.K. Rowling. And he actually had to recant a little bit, but he didn't really throw him on the bus. He basically said, look, everybody's allowed to, agree to disagree, whatever. He's like, I still owe her my career, effectively, which you would think Daniel Radcliffe and Emma Watson would have the same, at least like, I don't agree with her, but we would be nothing if it wasn't for Harry Potter.
Emma Watson's taking a break from her activism to return to acting. From my understanding, the reason she hasn't been acting well, she says it's because she needed a break. From my understanding, it was she's an insufferable twit and people couldn't stand her. But that's what I've heard. I can't prove that because I've never worked with her, thank the Lord. But yeah, apparently she's returning to acting after a hiatus for several years. A lot of people said it was more of a blessing for most people, but
Oh my God. So she's basically Hermione in real life.
Apparently she's taking a break from her activism to come back to acting. No, I'm saying the acting part. She's saying she's returning to acting. I'm saying.
So those kids are making royalties from now until the end of time. Like they don't really need to. So Radcliffe can do like these art house movies and stuff. And I actually think he's a pretty decent actor now in some of the movies he's in, like the Weird Al movie. And
he has really cool fun projects and things that he's really good in.
Because he doesn't have to make money. No. He's got Harry Potter royalty checks rolling in from now until the end of time. But then it seems like the B-list cast are the ones that actually, I hate to say it, but they actually seem to care about the franchise and the fans more. You've got Draco Malfoy out there. You've got a lot of professors out there, the ones that are still with us.
Luna
Lovegood, who was a massive fan. And she basically came out and said, that she got plucked off the street. I guess she was actually a fan who got a chance to be in the movie. And she's like, I support trans fans. Like it's like, I'm not going to throw J.K. Rowling under the bus either. I don't agree with her, but like, that's no reason to throw her under the bus. And that's
a very nuanced conversation. It isn't for like social media because you're only allowed so many words, which is true.
So I have to think that on some level, the people who are still loyal to her, because she seems like that kind of person, will be rewarded. And the people who weren't will like get dissed in the new HBO show somehow or something. But I could totally see them making him the new Snape or making him.
I don't know if they'll do that, but
that would be funny though. Or make him his dad. He could be Lucius.
Well,
now.
That I could see.
Who
knows? I mean, they might just want to completely remove themselves from the original actors completely.
They'll be like, hey, Draco, who's your daddy? Because Lucius is a white guy, but you're black now. Like,
I'm like, he can't be black.
Oh, he's a bad guy. Yeah.
Right.
Except for Myrtle.
He only could be a white dude.
So let's talk about this. This is not a racist observation. This is a kind of like So they have been adding more diversity to the Marvel movies, but have you noticed that all the major villains now are black people?
Are they?
Yeah.
I haven't really paid attention.
Kang's black. Guardians of the Galaxy 3, the High Evolutionaries.
Oh, yeah. Black. Were they in the original comics?
No.
I didn't read them.
No.
So, yeah. now that this means you're the same as a white person, it's other races and other groups of people that are mostly LGBTQ people who are marginalized, and they're never the villain.
I just a curious observation. They're doing race swapping, but they're doing it on all the villains.
I just think it's just like, to me, it's just like, I don't really care. I mean, I think, just as any hero can come in any shape or size or color or gender identity or whatever, so can any villain. And I just think it's limiting to all the actors involved to only be allowed to play certain characters, certain archetypes, because, Yeah,
I agree with that. I mean, that's like, people were like, aren't you mad that there was a rumor that Giancarlo Esposito was going to play Professor X? And normally my thing is like, I'm not with stunt casting, but I'm okay if the actor
makes sense.
And in the case of Professor X, I think, and people they got pissed at me. I don't care. Giancarlo Esposito is a hell of an actor, and I think he probably would do a very good job as Professor X.
That's why I don't even have a problem with James Bond not being white if you had the right person. You know what I mean?
Idris Elba would be fine. I'd be okay with that.
I don't think he's interested in doing it. No. But I'm just saying, I'm not so ridiculous about it. And it's funny though, because as soon as you question it, because you might think that actor's not great for the part or whatever, it's like, I have no problem with it. I just it depends on the person and if they fit or not. But yeah, this I don't think is a big deal. I think it's just he's going to be playing through or doing something. But it's interesting that he is knowing how they're going after everybody associated, even actors who worked on it that had nothing to do with anything, or that might have done stuff before Rowling made the recent comments or didn't know or whatever, that they're going to go after him too. But he might want it. He might welcome the attention. I don't know, but it's interesting.
Yeah, I think it's very interesting. I think now with the mainstream success, I don't think the Harry Potter franchise, J.K. Rowling, are nearly as radioactive as the media or Twitter.
Not now. I mean, we did a video that she basically got canceled. The media even admitted that she's uncanceled because she was never. It didn't work. It didn't stick. Yep. And no matter how much you scream about it, it's not going to change that.
So we're going to wrap this up.
Yep.
Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. We'll talk later.
Bye.
Help support the channel. Go to thereef.support and get early access to podcasts, videos, and other content. That's thereef.support.